Hello, my name is Carly Dowk. I'm the occupational therapist with the Wood County Board of Developmental Disabilities. I'm here today to showcase some additional assistive technology and adaptive equipment that we have in our TwinTech remote support model home. So we'll go ahead and get started. One of the devices is the MedQ pill dispenser. So this is a very simple piece of assistive technology that can assist people in remembering to take their medications. So you can set timers on here. You can do 2 timers a day for a week, or you can do 1 timer a day for 2 weeks. So you can see that there's 2 weeks worth here. You would put all the medications you need in whichever slot, whichever day. And then when it's time to take that medication, an alarm would sound, and that alarm starts pretty quiet and then it gets louder until it's answered. And then the box that you need to take at that time lights up. So it'll light up on the correct box and then also be paired with the alarm. So then you can simply open it and take the medication that's inside. These boxes also come out. So if you need to take it out to be able to take it easier, you can do that. So that's the first thing, MedQ pill dispenser. There's a lot of variations of pill dispensers out there. There's some that have more medications in them. There's some that have pressure sensors in them so you can detect when that cup is taken out of the slot. And there's some that can communicate to caregivers so that if you have a caregiver who wants to monitor, they can keep track of whether the person is taking their medications or not. So those can be very helpful. Next, we have smart plugs, which we did have one of these in the house in the video of the house, but these come in all shapes and sizes. Some have on-off buttons on them, some do not. It's got the 3 prongs in the back. You can plug anything into these that has an on-off switch to use a smart home device like an Amazon Alexa or a Google Home to turn things on and off. Or even just your phone or tablet to turn things on and off. So these are very good for increasing independence around the house. Things like turning on and off your lights or your radio or your fan, or even turning on and off different appliances. So these are another thing that you can borrow from our loan closet or that you could purchase on your own. They're relatively affordable, which is great. Next, we have the I Love Smart Shaker. So again, this is just one type of device like this, but it is a smart shaker that connects via Bluetooth to your smartphone that you would set alarms on. And then those alarms go through the smart shaker and they have a vibration as well as a ringtone. There is a snooze button on here that you can use, but these are great for people who may have a hearing impairment, maybe hard of hearing, maybe just a heavy sleeper. These are great to allow people to better use their alarms in their homes. So there are those. And this also will connect to their smart light bulbs. So if you also wanted to add that visual cue of having a light turn on, you could do that. Next, we have this fun gadget. This is a jar opener that you would actually attach to a cabinet, underneath a cabinet. And then you would put your jar in, and then you can turn the jar to open it using one hand. So this is good for someone who maybe only has good use of one hand, or if they just have weakness, this can help to open the jars. Next, we have a weighted mug. So this is just a mug with 2 handles. You can get them with or without handles. You can get all different kinds of cups. You can get all different kinds of spouts as well. But it just has some extra weight in it. So weighted objects are good for people who may have some tremors or may just need that extra input to kind of recognize where the item is. So sometimes drinking out of a cup, if you notice that someone's not drinking all of it, maybe that's because they think it's empty. They don't feel that weight. So a weighted cup can help to make drinking a little bit easier. And also, there's all kinds of weighted utensils and things that you can use in the kitchen. So weighted spoons, forks, knives, that weight just helps to give the person a little bit more awareness of the object that they're using while they're using it. So that is another device. Next we have suction cup brushes. So you can kind of suction it to within your sink, and then you would just flip your cup upside down and wash it that way. So again, good if you only have good use of one of your hands, or if you have weakness, or you're worried about washing wet dishes because they can be slippery. This is a good piece of adaptive equipment that can make that a little bit easier. Next up, we have a couple choppers. So chopping food can be difficult, again, if you have limited use of your hands or weakness or poor coordination to be able to coordinate using a knife, which is hard for a lot of people to chop, right? That's a skill that's developed over time. So these are cool. You can put the food in the chopper, and then you just push down on the top, and that chops the food. So this is something that is sold in most stores. It's widely available. It's just a good piece of adaptive equipment that can help increasing independence for meal preparation. So that's one option. And then another option would be something that's even a little bit easier. And this one is power. So instead of having to manually chop, you would just kind of press that button there, and it can chop, puree, and mince the foods that you need. So that's just another, again, widely available piece of equipment that's used, that many people probably use in their kitchen, that can really help someone if they have limited use of their hands, weakness, lack of coordination, any of those things. So the last piece of equipment is a fun one. This is actually, it's called a kettle tipper, but it can be used to tip any type of jug or kettle to pour drinks. So there's a little handle that can go on either side depending on, preference. And then there's straps that you strap around the kettle or the jug to secure it in place. And then you just use that handle to tip the jug. So this might be a better angle. You just tip the jug and pour your drink into the cup. So again, a very useful piece of equipment that can increase independence for people. If maybe the jug is too heavy, it's just hard to coordinate, worried about dropping it. This is a great thing to help people increase their independence. So I'm going to continue with some more videos that highlight the pieces of adaptive equipment and assistive technology that we have within our loan closet. If you're interested in seeing anything, trying anything out, you can send us an email and we would be happy to set you up with whatever you need. And if it's something that we don't have, we can try to problem solve and see if there's something that might work. Thank you for watching.